Yeah, we're not gonna be listening to this guy. All right, chat. I'm finally back, man. Finally back. Some shit happened where I was predisposed, but I'm back. No more excuses. Let's get to work, man. Once again, we building 3 PCs. Let's get to it, man. No more intros. Let's just get to work, bro. Or we're never gonna get this done, to tell you the truth. At this point, I'm starting to really think that nothing's gonna let us get this done. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me turn my camera on. We'll turn on Greg Zalazar if we need any help. But let's get to it. Wait, is it recording? All right, bet. First things first. We have our beautiful B 550 Tomahawk, brand new, but we got to put it together. Now this is the problem. I'm gonna have to bring my work desk in. It might be a little short, but it's gonna be perfect for this thing. I'll be right back.
It's time to build another gaming PC, and this is me putting my money where my mouth is because I spent my own money personally on all of these components. If I had $1,000 to spend, that's what all of this costs roughly as of time of filming, somewhere in mid-April. This is what I would spend it on. I think for $1,000 you're gonna be super happy with not only the gaming performance of this, but also the streaming capabilities and the content creation capabilities of this rig. So in this video, we're going to assemble the system, we're gonna install Windows on it, and then I'm going to give it a Doug score. We're going to give it away. That's right, my friends. We're not gonna use a Gleam link, by the way. Don't freak out, we're not using Gleam. I know a lot of you don't like that. And we're not gonna require 50 different things to submit 50 different entries. We want something out of it, of course, and all I ask that you do is subscribe. If you get subscribed, that's a huge help to us. Very much appreciated. Otherwise, thank you for clicking the video. Hopefully you enjoy the build montage. But first, we've got our little ad break. Stay with me. To get rid of that annoying Windows activation watermark, head on over to VIP SCD Key. Purchase a Windows 10 Pro OEM key for a fraction of the price of retail. Just use a secure payment method like PayPal, enter your product key into your PC settings window, and say bye-bye to the watermark. And be sure to use our offer code SKGS for a sweet discount. Let's kick things off right away then with part selection. Now this, I feel like...
All right. Now, we're gonna need Greg Zalazar's help if we have any problems. But at least we have a workspace that we can get stuff done. First part of this, like I said, is let's lay the motherboard down like so. This should be okay. I'm going to give this thing. There we go. A little. First step in building a PC. Sorry if you can't see my head. I should have thought of this a little bit. Maybe I should tilt the camera a little bit up. I can do that. There we go. Well, now I can't see the table. Alright. Fuck me for a second. Let's just use the table. Alright. First part of putting the PC in is this baby right here. Ryzen 9 5900. I think, right? I think it's a 5900. Yes, Ryzen AMD 5900. Now, actually, now that I'm here, I kind of want some guidance. Just because I don't want to do anything prematurely. And I have a little bit of problems. I have some dims, right? That I might have to switch. Because these dims work, but they're 8 gigabytes. You know what I'll do? I'll use these. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like we're screwed. Actually, what I'll do is I'll use these and then I'll just switch dims. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong. That's what I'm very much hoping. But things definitely could go wrong. Not really. I'm just going to be switching the dims. So first off, let's put our dims in. Actually, no. Let's put the CPU in because we're going to do it. But let's listen to Greg Zalesar. See what he does first. He's the expert.
Like, I have to justify some of the parts I chose because, again, this was my own money and my own decision making here. It wasn't like I just was pulling stuff off the shelves. The first thing, obviously, is a CPU, and this is the Intel Core i5-12400F. Now, this is not a super powerful CPU by any means, but at $150, it's a heck of a value option. It's still great for gaming. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it does have a very tame TDP, which means you don't need a beefy cooler. Pair this with an H-series chipset motherboard, and you've got a heck of a platform at a very great price. My approach to the motherboard was pretty simple. I wanted to keep the cost down here as much as possible without cutting too many corners. This does not have onboard Wi-Fi. It's obviously not a Z-series chipset, but we're not going to be overclocking anyway. And this being a DDR4 motherboard means we can keep our memory costs down. So this is a Vulkan Z 16 gig kit of memory, and it's just 3200 megahertz. I think CL16. So, I mean, it's your run-of-the-mill DDR4. Nothing super fancy here, and it doesn't need to be, in my opinion, in a $1,000 budget. This is just a Gen 3 NVMe here. Pretty much maxes out reads at around 3,500 megabytes per second, but it is a 1 terabyte drive, which is going to be great for games. Now, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself, you could probably call into question my cooling choice here. This is a low-profile cooler. I've actually used it. It's the only negative. Underneath the, I'm a junkie, 100% the thermal pad. Really careful, we can actually tighten this cooler to the board, so we'll just throw this back down. The board's in the smell. I'm addicted to it. I'm a good. We're gonna expose the socket first, pull back on this, there we go. And we're gonna gently drop in our 12400F. Remember, no integrated graphics here, just keep that in mind. Throw this.
Okay. So first thing we want to do, open the socket. Cool. What the hell? is this? The socket doesn't go into this, right? This is definitely not the socket. This is the case, but I can't take the case off. How the hell? Am I crazy? I can't take the case off. That's crazy. It has a cover. Oh, that isn't the case. Okay. Oh, we're good. That's not the case. That's the actual CPU.
How about another PC build?
All right, then. Let's put it in. Let's put it in. Got the Ryzen 9. Let's put it in. Let's put it in. Let's put it in. Probably should have washed my hands before I did this. Let's be very careful. Everything seems good on it. Alright, let's go. Let's drop it in like so. Oh, I just realized something. Oh wait, am I putting it the right way? I'm very a stickler for stuff like that. Making sure I put it the right way. You know what's up. See, this is what I don't get. Mine's come from the side. Mine's don't come from the front. But then again, I might just be. See, I don't know what I'm doing, chat. See? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay. Alright, so yeah. I fucking did it right, but I did it wrong. It's this way. Yeah, it's this way. I hope I didn't break. I didn't break it. Alright. Man, I hope I didn't. Alright, it's screwed in. We're good. Next step, I guess we'll put the Dems in. No views? Nobody want to watch me build a PC, man? Putting them the right way is important too. I think you put them in the 1 and the 4th one, right? I think is that why you put it? The 1st and the 4th one. Or it might be the 2nd and the 1st one. Second and 4th one. Everything else waited. So you're gonna put the first dim on the 2nd spot right here, as you can see. And it should just clip in like so. Just make sure this clip is on. I don't actually think it's supposed to clip in, but there we go. I don't want to push it too down and break it, so there we go. Oh yeah, these DIMMs are 2 8GB DIMMs. But I'm gonna probably be switching these DIMMs for my 16GB DIMMs. Why I didn't put those on now, probably because I'm using it on my current computer, but later on I'll switch them. Actually, I might have to turn this computer off, chat, because I'm gonna need it to switch to SSDs. Because I don't want to put the old SSD on for some reason. What's the point of putting this kind of slow SSD if I plan on switching to SSDs and switching this? I might as well turn this off. I ain't gonna lie to you. And because now that I'm here, I guess I'll be able to put the cooler on and stuff. So if I want to switch to DIMMs, I could. I'll probably do that now. No, I'll do that after I put everything together. You know what? I'll put it on fully together and then I'll switch them as needed. Or that. For some reason, something is keeping this thing from going in correctly. Alright then. So that's 8 gigabyte of RAM. I'm actually going to be switching that. I feel bad putting it in because I feel like, what's the point? I'm not going to know how really good my system is if I'm switching things over. But if I'm only going to switch the RAM and the SSD, I don't see no problem with, you know, getting everything set up. You know what I'm saying? And then I could just switch those things later. Yeah, I can just switch those things later for real. Now this is our Hyper Spectrum V3 cooler. What the hell? And this is why I wanted a simple thing, bro. Because look at this freaking gargantuan system or whatever the hell this freaking thing is. What is this? What is this? No cap chat. I do not know how to put this fucking thing on. No cap. I have zero idea how to put this fucking thing on. And it looks so old-fashioned. Bro, I'm gonna send this back. I swear. Actually, no, we're good. But I think we... Huh? Okay. Alright, I get it. But what latches onto this? Yeah, I'm confused as fuck. I'm confused as hell. Hyper.
Hi everyone, this is the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Spectrum V3 CPU cooler, and I'm going to unbox and install it in this video. So let's unbox it. Here's the fan with the 4-pin connector and the ARGB connector. All these parts we will see in a bit. The warranty info, user manual,
Bro, I didn't get no parts.
and the cooling tower. This is my AMD stock Wrath Stealth cooler and it's looking pretty clean. The thermal paste had also dried, so I got this, the Cooler Master Master Gel regular thermal paste. So just let me nicely unbox it. Now this is everything that was in that packet. and I'm going to show you how to mount the fan, but you have to do this step after installing the tower. Grab one of these clips and just attach it like this on both sides. Make sure that the connectors are on the right side with the logo on top, like this. Grab this part and pull until it locks in place between the fins on both sides. And remember to do this after installing the tower on the CPU. Don't place between the fins on both sides. Make sure that the connectors are on the after installing the tower. Grab one of these clips and just attach it like this on both sides.
Okay. So, what you're supposed to do is grab these clips, put them on both sides like this. I was hoping this whole thing came already installed, but I guess that's too much to ask. Whatever. So we'll do it like this. These things are hard as hell to get in. Okay. Where's the other one? Oh no. Okay. Oh, I put it into. I'm gonna put it in the wrong way. Or something. Okay. Okay. Now, put it where?
Make sure that the connectors are on the right side with the logo on top, like this. Grab this part and pull until it locks in place between the fins on both sides. And remember to do this after installing the tower on the CPU. Don't just mount it yet. Now we are going to take these plates and screws and fit them in like this.
Yeah, I kind of want to send this back. I don't want to. All this shit for this iPhone.
Like this. Grab this part and pull until it locks in place between the fins on both sides.
Between it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Like this. Alright, gotcha. Something I'm worried about, like these cords, but if I have to move them, I'll move them. Or unless, oh, okay. I know another way I can do it. Oh, no, that's not the way. I mean, I put it the wrong way. Or, oh, there we go. Yeah, I put it the wrong way. I gotta take the hooks out and put them the other way. Hands up, and the other way. Oh shit. Oh, unless the freaking springs up. Well, I think it's good. Is this really the best way to get this thing to stay? I feel like probably was better ways of doing this. Whatever. Well, actually, it's not mounted, so. Oh, actually, it is. This part is. But this part. I think we put it the wrong way. Yeah, most definitely the wrong way. What's next?
And remember to do this after installing the tower on the CPU. Don't just mount it yet. Now we are going to take these plates and screws and fit them in like this. And now I'm going to apply the thermal paste.
Let's go back.
Now we are going to take these plates and screws and fit them in like this.
I don't have those.
And remember to do this after installing the tower on the CPU. Don't just mount it yet. Now we are going to take these plates and screws and fit them in like this.
Bro, I don't have those. Unless that's this. Yes, these. And you screw them in like this.
Fit them in like this.
Wait, and I don't. They didn't give me those.
And now I'm going to apply the thermal paste. Then just place the tower carefully and make sure your motherboard back plate is aligned. Then tighten the screws diagonally. Now just mount the fan like before. In this clip I have it mounted on the wrong side, so please ignore that. And connect the fan and ARGB connectors. This is where they go on this board. We are done installing and this is how it looks. And here is me controlling the RGB with the Gigabyte RGB Fusion software, which is setting colors differently from what it is showing in the software. Now let's test the temperatures. This is the before temperature at idle. And here are the before temps in TCGR Wildlands reaching 92 degrees. Now here are the after temperatures at idle and in game.
Probably shouldn't be doing this next to the motherboard, but it should be okay. Get this in the camera.
So that's it. I hope you like this video. If you do, please subscribe for more videos like this. And thanks for watching. Bye.
You want to build a sick gaming PC on a reasonable budget. But the thing is, $1,000 doesn't stretch as far as it used to. Even a console can cost that much these days. Maybe the solution is time travel. No, not literally. I mean taking your parts selection back a few generations. But how much performance are you leaving on the table? I mean, 9600 is a much higher number than 5700, so it must be a much better choice, right? Right? No. And in fact, these two CPUs are kind of the perfect springboard for our little investigation / experiment here. Should we just stop buying the latest hardware? To find out, we built two entire systems using two wildly different philosophies. This one can only use current generation parts, while this one can reach as far back into the past as it wants in search of the best bang for the buck. Now, as you would expect, pricing's always changing. So if we built these systems a week ago or a week from now, we might get very different computers. But we're still interested in identifying any trends, tips, and tricks that we can see that might help you get the most out of your next build or even your current one. We're also interested in identifying our sponsor, MSI. Power up your rig with the MPG X870E Carbon Wi-Fi motherboard. It supports AMD Ryzen 9000 CPUs and ultra-fast Wi-Fi 7, plus it's got RGB. Check it out at the link in the video description. AMD doesn't really do new Ryzen 3 CPUs anymore, so our brand new PC was kind of stuck with the Ryzen 7 9600X. Not that that's a terrible thing. I mean, when you consider that it uses Zen 5 versus the Zen 3 we're going to be using in this system, you'd think the answer would be obvious. But our older 5700X 3D has 2 extra cores and is packed to the gills with 3D V-Cache. Now, this chip hasn't quite achieved 1080 Ti levels of legendary, but the more than $150 savings versus its bigger brother frees up some very interesting budget for some big upgrades later on. That's benefit numero uno of the old is gold philosophy, choice. Not only is there generally more selection, but you can get substantial discounts on new in-box hardware that retailers are hoping to clear from their shelves. That is, as long as you're ready to strike. There can be trade-offs though. For example, our 5700X 3D here uses socket AM4, which is a dead end for future upgrades and even for some current ones. Even if you paired this chip with the best compatible motherboard on the market, you'd still be stuck with PCIe Gen 4 and DDR4 memory. Although, it's worth noting those probably aren't major considerations at a $1,000 budget. Even our SSD, we'd have probably stuck with a Gen 4 boot drive even if we had extra money to spend. Gen 5 drives cost more, don't really benefit gaming, and they run hotter. At least they do today. But who knows what the future holds for devices that'll fit in these slots. And being compatible with future hardware is a tangible advantage for Team Shiny here. It can also be an advantage today. DDR5, all other things being equal, offers a small but measurable benefit over DDR4, and our 16 gigs of T-Force Delta RGB fit perfectly in our budget. We would have rather gone with something a little bit faster, but that kind of trade-off is kind of our point. If we want something new, we don't always get a best-in-class part. It has gotten really hard to spec a well-rounded $1,000 machine with all new-gen parts. Meanwhile, in TARDIS land, though, we got that same 16 gig capacity, but this time right in the price-performance sweet spot, with the only downside being that when we want to